Spirit Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November 12th, 2020, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Our minds cover up reality without knowing it. So our minds cover up reality without knowing it. And to know the nature of the mind, we need intelligence and the capacity to look at the mind in silent and dispassionate awareness, Nisargadatta. Every experience that life brings us is a gift to enlighten the path in front of us. And no matter how negative the experience is, you can always find some way to make a nourishing lemonade out of those sour lemons. You have the alchemist power within you to transform the worst demons you meet on the road into angels with wings sent from heaven. All we need to do is a simple shift in our perception. And by knowing what is true and what is just a thought flying through our minds, so we can become free from potential future suffering. And the way that we see the world determines everything. Who you are being is shaped by that which you see. Someone who can only see the good in others can only feel good inside themselves. We automatically feel what we are focusing on. If you could train your mind to think only positive thoughts about your present predicament, then only positive feelings would be experienced by you. Your inner world is a reflection of what you place your attention upon. The mind functions much like a movie projector. It continuously is playing movies, displaying images from the past and the future. Remember, it never stays in the now. So it's only displaying these images from the past and the future onto the blank screen of consciousness. And naturally, we are entertained by certain scenes that engage us emotionally, getting sucked into the drama and pulled into the story. This is where problems are created. So when we start believing our inner movie is real, if you become stressed, uptight, or overwhelmed with life, start asking yourself this simple question. What is reality, and what is my imagination? What is reality, and what is my imagination? When you know the difference between these opposite worlds, and you discover a world which was not born from your imagination, you'll uncover the greatest secret to creating the happiest life you can possibly imagine. Total freedom from your mind. This is the first step towards total transformation. The second step is finding peace with every movie that is still replaying itself within you. God is there only if you surrender. Surrender makes anything God. Surrender gives you the eyes, and everything that is brought to these eyes becomes divine. Osho. One of the most powerful, life-transforming, practical secrets for enlightening our lives comes in 6 magical words. And here they are. Practice being responsible for your pain. This is one of the most powerful, life-transforming, practical secrets for enlightening your life in those 6 magical words. Practice being responsible for ownership of the emotional sabotaging energy inside you, you can step through it, create something brand new. You are the adult here who is the authority of every unwanted feeling inside you. Nobody can make you feel anything that you won't allow yourself to feel anymore. And believe it or not, you are the boss of your life. You are. Nobody else is. You are the boss of your life. You always have the choice to decide how you want to feel. If you're constantly saying to someone, you made me feel X, Y, Z, whatever, you are giving away your power and creating manifesting ability. Say, you're giving away your power and creative manifesting ability. When you say this to somebody, you made me feel like, you know what? By proclaiming to the universe that another person can control how you feel, you have to play the powerless victim role in your life. It's usually the snake-like escape artist inside who avoids their pain and continuously blames others for how they are feeling inside. So when you take ownership of the pain inside you, a new movie has to start playing that is about healing. So when you can be responsible for every feeling, thought, and experience that life brings to you, you instantly regain the power to transform your life. When you can be responsible for every feeling, thought, and experience that life brings to you, you instantly regain the power to transform your life. You can shape-shift your entire perception of reality to be however you wish it to be. You can be at peace with everyone you meet. You can choose to love and accept others just as they are. You become the still silent witness who is at peace in the eye of the storm. Our only true power exists in our attitude and approach to life. Our only true power exists in our attitude and approach to life. How are you choosing to play with the cards you've been dealt? Are you appreciating your circumstances as an empowering goodness? Or are you playing an angry victim role? You can run from your life and pretend to be a mouse, or you can face it and move towards it like a lion. Only when you truly face your life do you start summoning every gift, energy, and inspiration inside you to conquer the obstacles ahead. Facing our pain is how we all grow and evolve as mankind. Life is only an opportunity to grow, to be in bloom also. Right now, we are all entering the most exciting time in our lives. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And yes, the future in front of us is bright, perfect, and flawless. Now, are we willing to shift our perception of life and truly see this? Your happiness or unhappiness today is based on your perception. It's based on your perception. Of tomorrow. What you decide to think about, your future determines how you're going to feel about yourself right now. Choose to see yourself waking up to a lighter, freer, happier you. Be responsible for healing the pain inside you. Responsible to every situation with love, patience, and ease. You You may find that the most beautiful aspect and saving grace about being mankind is that change is inevitable. The greatest sinner one day will suddenly do something saintly, and the biggest saint will take on the heaviest sin. And we know what sin is. It's just missing the target. Nobody is forever stuck in any one way of being. We are constantly changing and evolving towards our highest, most enlightened self. Some will take a slower path than others, yet you are always on the right path, no matter how wrong your mind thinks it is. Our soul's mission here is much bigger than any of us can really imagine. No thoughts can sum up the totality of our soul's existence. We are always much more amazing than any opinion anyone has of us. How can we box up an infinite soul with magical manifesting abilities and say this person has these certain qualities all the time? People are born to change, and they will surprise you when you can give them the love, space, and time to respond differently. Everyone has the potential inside them to become as quiet, peaceful, and enlightened as a Buddha. So, here's an invitation for each and every one of us this week, is to meditate on knowing that the universe and all its beings are here as facilitators in our enlightenment process. Use every message, action, and person you encounter as fuel on your path towards enlightenment. Stop blaming others for your pain and start appreciating them for teaching you what it takes to wake up. Everyone is here to help you discover that bliss is the very nature and essence of who each and every one of us truly are. Accept the people in your life as your top spiritual guides who are in disguise. They were trained to help you reveal a deeper understanding of who you are. Make it a resolution to entertain this awakening perspective, and enlightenment will find you. Love says, I am everything. Wisdom says, I am nothing. Between the two, my life flows. Nisargadatta. You know, we all think about certain things. If you've been traumatized in your life, you're not alone. Most of us have some major form of wounding we are dealing with. We all have the choice in how we deal with it. And this path is what leads us to healing and freedom. The path of creating more confidence in our self-beings with practicing, trusting, and loving yourself all day long. Being gentle with who you are, as the more often you love you, the more valuable, lovable, and precious you feel in this world. And when you can allow yourself to feel lovable, you start respecting yourself and the gifts you have to give to this world. You feel valuable and worthy of more love, and you stop thinking about how unlovable you are or comparing yourself with others, believing that they are better than you. If we continue to dwell and focus upon our wounding, only feeling that we are lacking, needing, or feeling not enough in our lives, then we stop having time for loving, approving, and appreciating who we are. When self-love is not happening on a daily basis, it opens the ground for the wound to fester and a lower self-confidence to root inside. If we do not establish a new perception of thinking pattern inside ourselves, we might just live our entire lives believing we are never good enough and feel as if life is one long hell ride of being dragged from the cradle to the grave. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be, Lao Tzu. And if you don't know who Lao Tzu was, he created the Tao, the way. know that there are two basic types of self-confidence we can tap into. The first is a transient state of ego confidence that will come and go because it's based on holding on to thoughts which always come and go. The mind attempts to grip firmly onto a strong positive idea about who you are, and then you feel good about you. This strategy will work for a certain measure of time, yet eventually, I am a powerful, confident person will shift to I am weak and helpless, pathetic person when the great cyclone of life rips through. So whenever we hold too tightly onto any idea about who we are or who we are not, we soon see that life will challenge the strength of this idea. If our ideas about ourselves are flexible, we'll tend to bend when life attempts to break us. The limbs of the large oak tree tend to crack in a big windstorm, while the flexible bamboo tree yields to the fierce pressure and cyclone intensity. Eventually, whenever any idea is shaken, cracked, or destroyed about ourselves, the ego comes crashing down, burying itself in the dark valley of insecurity and powerlessness, and then has to rebuild its inner structure again and again and again. There is no use removing doubts one by one. If we clear one doubt, another doubt will arise, and there will be no end of doubts. But if by seeking the doubter is found to be really non-existent, then all doubts will cease. Ramana Maharishi. The second type of confidence is a spiritual confidence, which has nothing to do with ideas, beliefs, identity, or ego. This level of confidence stems from a perpetual discovery. It is an unveiling of the spiritual truth of who you are without labels, judgments, masks, or coverings of any kind. Our true spiritual nature is tapped into an infinite source of love, and this love is absolutely deep and pure. We naturally feel confident about life because we are feeling into the very source of love, which always abides at the core of our being. And by simply feeling into our deepest core, we find that spiritual connection is there. It is a gentle relaxation, an effortless surrender into our deepest truth, without words. There is a divine energy there, a conscious being who is beautiful, brilliant, and incredibly powerful. This naturally sacred being doesn't need to prove itself. Its beaming joy is self-evident and is quiet about how amazing and boundless it is. And from this space, there is nobody who needs confidence or fears that someone is lacking confidence. All you see and feel is the shining light that you are. The small, powerless shadow self instantly disappears in the essence of this bright light, leaving no sense of separation from life, and the pendulum stops swinging from feeling superior to being inferior. And perhaps the most vital piece of information that will help each and every one of us remain in a state of perpetual self-confidence is that it is ridiculously easy and truly effortless to experience it. Everlasting confidence is our natural effortless essence and is continuously radiating at the core of our being. We don't have to do anything to entice the sun to shine brighter. It is already the here, shining perfectly bright enough. The sun is a perfect example of who you are. It is always radiating its light on the world. It's naturally self-effulgent, perfectly warm to bring about life, and simply cannot be improved upon. This is exactly the way each and every one of us are. Everybody wants to be extraordinary. This is the search of the ego, to be someone who is special, unique, and uncomparable. This is the paradox. The more you try to be exceptional, the more ordinary you look, because everyone is after extraordinariness. It is such an ordinary desire. The very search to be ordinary is actually extraordinary, because rarely does somebody want to be nobody. Rarely does somebody want to be a hollow, empty space. Yet, this is really extraordinary because nobody wants it. So when you become ordinary, you actually become extraordinary. Osho. wise words. The search for higher self-esteem is a highly addictive and dangerous game to play, as we are all continually trying to acquire a more improved version of ourselves and are never ultimately satisfied with who we are. The more energy we put into trying to become someone better, the more we miss out on the feeling that we are enough and continue to climb up and fall down the ladder of self-esteem. The more tightly we grip onto the beliefs and perceptions about ourselves, the more rigid, complex, and crackable our self-esteem structure becomes. Eventually, when the big wind of life blows through, every idea we're clinging to is shaken off, cracked, or destroyed. It is by putting less energy and effort into becoming someone who is confident, then we create more time to spend in relaxation and enjoying, bathing in our spiritual core essence. And by simply enjoying this truly relaxed healing space within, you become unshakable and capable of embracing the greatest storms when they pass through. And ironically, the most solid foundation of confidence of them all is the one which feels connected with the sadness and weakness inside our mankind selves. We are not avoiding, attached to, or resisting the darkness, yet are simply rooted in the strength we find in our own authenticity. It is through our vulnerability that we find true strength in ourselves, able to remain centered in the most challenging life scenarios. This confidence is the strongest because it is the most flexible, capable of dealing with change and absorbing anything that life throws its way. It's good to know that the opposite of confidence is doubt, fear, hesitation, uncertainty, and cowardice. Each of these experiences is a byproduct of a tight, tense, emotional, fear-based memory that is stored inside the body. And the more integrated each of us become with the tension and the relaxation of the tension, our entire being finds the deepest place of relaxation, and confidence comes pouring through. You can see how essential it is to make time in your life to slow down from the racing mind and practicing relaxing into each experience, whether good or bad. Use your breath as a vehicle to take you deeper inside, to touch everything within you, and eventually reach your innermost spiritual core. Play with the exploration, feeling the intimate spiritual connection you already have within yourself. And very soon, you will find that this simple, sweet inquiry transforms your entire life. There's 4 steps to everlasting self-confidence. 4 steps. There's the thread of breath, an emotional merging. The thread of breath and emotional merging, randomly, 5 to 10 times a day. Feel into your connection with your breath and relax deeply into it for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Feel into each inhalation and exhalation, expanding the belly, allowing yourself to reach in and touch the deepest level of tension inside. Open up the reservoirs to let your good and bad feelings come flooding in. With each breath, feel into the emotional peak and valley that currently exists in your life. Let yourself be massaged by the breath, bringing up the greatest pain and sadness inside, and let them merge with your deepest, your joy and bliss. Breathe into them both so they merge and dissolve into one energy. Let this mixed pool of energy dissolve back into your spiritual essence, the source of pure consciousness itself, where it came from. You can imagine you are piercing the memories of your past with one thread of consciousness using your breath. The breath will push the thread, binding the feelings and memories together, melting and melding them as one. And as you feel through to the core of these feelings, they will change, and you'll naturally begin to relax deeper and and discover a state of peace and stillness inside. Imagine you are rooting yourself internally in this space. You'll find that the breath is our greatest gateway to freedom. The more awareness we can create around our breath, welcome its life-giving, receiving moments, the more we can relax deeper inside and trust the divine guidance of life. And this trust reaches into our innermost core. We simply let go of the traumas that run our life and find true emotional healing inside. It is from simply following and feeling into the breath that we retrain our body to relax and can start connecting with the more spiritual aspects of our being. And from this space, being able to fully relax into our own body, a genuine confident state automatically takes over. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are, and the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. Release, surrender all of your uptightness, irritability, stress, fear, anxiety, worry. Just let it melt away. Only you can do that. Only you. So as you do this, the body responds and relaxes. Let's go. Head to toe. And as you do this, you move into the now. And the now is all we have. We don't have yesterday. We don't have tomorrow. Yesterday's all gone. It's not coming back. All the memories, all past life, past in this life experiences are done. They're gone. We've experienced them. We're moving on. And then, as we stay in the now, we make sure that we don't go into the past and stay there too long and bring that past into a future that doesn't exist, create that future out of that past, and relive that past and that future. Not a fun thing. And we don't have a future because we only create the future in the now. And being in the now, we still the mind and the ego, which means we move into stillness and peace. And the ego and the mind is just a lot of chatter all the time. It's just constantly chattering. And that's the noise that we interact with. So how do we stay in the now? Our breath. Our breath is only the now. So whenever you feel or know that you're not in the now, you're in the future or the past, then focus on your breath. And as we breath in through the nose, easy, and breath out through the mouth. And as we breath in through the nose, it focuses us only on the now, moment to moment, the space between heartbeats. That's truly all we have, is moment to moment, in the very now. And as we continue to breath in and focus on the now, the breath is the divine positive energy. Divine positive energy is that which maintains the vessel that holds the God within. And we witness through our heart minds this divine positive energy merging with our God force life, love, light energy, which is our chi, our prana, our ki. And we literally move these, and you visualize and watch them through your heart-mind motion picture. 7 energy vortexes, all different colors of light wheels, all with different flowers in them, and in the center of each flower, a different geometrical shape. And we begin moving this energy, divine positive energy, and God, life force, light love energy through the root chakra, the Muladhara, career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. It's at the base of the spine and tailbone area. Emotional issues, survival issues such as financial independence, money and food. Our physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. Our sacral chakra is the next, which is the orange wheel of light, the Vadhisthana. This is sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. If we don't love and accept ourselves, we are not going to love and accept others. It's located in the abdomen about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. And it is our emotional issues or sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. Our physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, and immune system are our physical association. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power and ability to channel. This is our ability to be confident through the heart-mind in the flow of our lives. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Our physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the Anahata. This is love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It is our ability to love. It's the center of the chest just above the heart. Emotional issues are love, joy, and inner peace. Our physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's located in our throat. Communication, emotional issues are communication, self-expression, and feelings, expression of feelings and the truth. Physical association is the thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This is intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Many of us may see the trees through the forest, or the forest through the trees, and some of us won't see any of it. Back again, guys. Just got disconnected again. Then we move to the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, the Sasra. This connection to the divine. It's our highest chakra, represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of the head. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty. Our connection to spirituality and pure bliss, to the pure consciousness, the God. Physical association is pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. Now, we've witnessed and visualized through our heart, mind, emotion picture these two energies moving through the astral plane connection, the spirituality and the physicality of these energy vortexes known as our chakras. And we hold this energy at the top of our heads. And we hold it briefly. I am light. I am love, I am. And in that short period of time, we compress and condense that energy into pure liquid energy, and we release it over our pineal gland. And as we do this, the pineal gland, you can view it any way you want through your heart, mind, motion picture. You can view it as whatever. I look at it as a rosebud, a green ball, and once I release this pure liquid energy over it, it immediately explodes into a fully blossomed rose with multicolored petals of beautiful vibrance and fragrance and fully functioning with omnipotent power. And it is our gateway to all the particles of existence, pure consciousness, the God, and beyond. It's our gateway to the astral plane, astral existence. It's very important to us while we're in these physical forms. And we're also consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And that we're one. We're merged. The body, the heart, mind, the soul, the higher self, the spirit, the God, the pure consciousness, and we're heaven on this earth, and every step we take, we are paradise. We create paradise. Every step we take is heaven on earth. We have others with us. We have the archangels, cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yeshua, Yahweh, many, many, many more. And they both are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, the archangels are a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. So we don't see them like we see each other. But they're there, and we meet with them quite frequently throughout this life, in all lives. And we don't know it at first until, we're done interacting, and then it just dawns on us, that wasn't just a regular meeting. That was an interaction with an angel. And that's a bit of bliss. And thousands can surround any one of us at any one time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small space. We have the Ascended Master. They are those who have mastered ascension in body and out of body and hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences so that we can perfect our creation. Now, we are compelled to call out into existence all of the facets and reflections of ourselves for the liberation of this planet and this meditation and this now in the forming of the circle of light. So we reach out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they're with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, off-worlders, celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day, trillions throughout the universes. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all the levels and species of each civilization, the good, the not so good, and the bad. Only those who are the higher vibrational frequencies can be with us. They're the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Greys, the Nords, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, to form the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them. Somewhat familiar. And they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations which we've never seen before. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the gnomes, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. Only those with the highest vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. They come in the trillions, and they're with us now. We're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods as one. And I'm back again. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God light, life force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. All of us form a massive circle of light. It is the very core of our existence. It is our godliness. It is our essence, our pure, deep, eternal love. It is at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and its liberation. It is so brilliant it grays out the darkness of space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. It floods all of us in the deepest of the purest eternal love and gratitude. Everyone on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now in this meditation. And we begin to levitate up above the planet, ascend. And as we do this, we're met with a beautiful gossamer field, an ocean of glitter. And we notice that all of these reflections of these multitude of vibrant colors are reflections of all of us gathered for this liberation of this planet and this meditation. All of us back and forth, bursts of different colors reflecting back and forth at lightning speed. And we're met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are imbued 24/7 eternally, head to toe, inside and out, with a God force, light, love energy of our essence that cannot be penetrated, cannot be violated by any external force, power, or intent. It cannot be harmed whatsoever from any external happening. We are protected 24/7. But only you have the power that if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequencies and the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do this, you are then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame, transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and send them to pure consciousness where they're vaporized and no more. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies once were, restoring our harmony, our loving vibrational frequency of deep, pure, eternal love, sealing our breach and balancing us once again. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the sunsets, we are the sunrises, we are the rain, we are the sunlight, we are the sun, we are the rainbows. Excuse me, we are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the clouds, the skies. We are the forests, the trees, the soils, the animals. We are everything. Now, some of us, as we continue to levitate above the planet, some of us step outside our physical forms and float effortlessly above them. As we do this, we come upon this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than this solar system. And in the center, we can view this oblong spherical form that has a golden white sparkling light in the center, surrounded by a multitude of beautiful, vibrant, colored rings. And each one is sending out a mist, a warm mist, penetrating all of us, saturating us head to toe. And the golden yellow white light, the mist it gives out, is pure, deep, eternal love. And all the vibrant colored rings are sending out warm mist of gentleness and kindness, generosity and humbleness, peace, joy, bliss, love, benevolence, tranquility, abundance, prosperity, riches, wealth, wonderful health, continuously saturating and flooding and bathing all of us. Now at the top we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, flooding everything and everything, all of us, all of our brothers and sisters in this liberation. Deepest, 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 purest, eternal love and gratitude. And so we, all of us, are drops of that golden ocean, and we hold the essence of that ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. There is no separation. That is a complete illusion. And then we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this meditative sphere nearly 3 years ago. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of us, on-world, off-world, universally, quantum universes, everywhere, participating in the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, this meditation, this circle of light. So it floods us all of the most beautiful, intense, loving, caring, wonderful, magna-glorious energy that saturates us from head to toe 24/7. All we care to do is to continually embrace it because we're embracing ourselves, loving ourselves. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. And in the silent time, find what makes you smile. If you want a little burst of confidence right now, think about what puts us. Think about what puts a smile on your face first thing in the morning, or whatever it is. Focus on it and imagine that it is happening to you right now. Let that good feeling come flooding in and show up in your face. And then let it flood all throughout your body. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out.